time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. That's Harrison Bunker. Set to get things started. Off we go from Kansas City. And he will get cut down short and shy of the 20-yard line. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's McCarthy. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Now Jones. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 5.
From the shotgun. It's a throw from McCarthy.
Damn.
Over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they're going to run this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? You can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll get this past the 20 before he's put down shy of the 25-yard line. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Mahomes. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community.
He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, KC.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass. I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver, they get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Yellow. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rasheed Rice. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Now the former Russian champ. It's Kareem Hunt. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold it to no gain. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. They can still pick up the 1st down here. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. Rasheed Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. And
It's McCarthy.
They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away. In the day and age in the NFL where teams are taking overly aggressive approaches, I think this decision even takes it to another level, Mike. I mean, to go for it inside your own 10, I love the aggressive nature. I'm just not sure how this is going to play out throughout the rest of the game.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. 2 choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Now a hit, and he's lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
And I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
He's steady dropping it.
And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he finds Oliver open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Minnesota. 35 yards. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Open is the tight end Oliver. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Oliver. Touchdown, Vikings. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Here comes Remigio from his end zone. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He finds some room across the 25. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he will dive into the end zone. 85 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Ty Felton now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. A big play for Minnesota. A gain of 66 yards. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Here's McCarthy. That one, taken in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half, and the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. It's over the middle. And caught by Rice. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Man in motion is Brown. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground, inside the 40, a gain of 8.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he's into the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it's going to be 3rd down. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Vikings first down.
Throwing again is McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. He'll take this forward for about 5. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
40-yard line.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll send 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
To throw is Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mahomes.
Like, come on.
And he's going to have the Chiefs 1st down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jonathan Grenard in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
42-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Holmes fakes the give and keeps it himself. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage.
Like a nigga knows.
Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one hard. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Vikings 28.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Play action here. Mahomes, he'll let this go deep for the end zone.
They letting this dude get here.
Ball in, he's got it. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Makes the score Chiefs 53, Vikings 28.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away.
For Kansas City. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
I got you.
To throw is McCarthy. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
35-yard line.
To throw, it's McCarthy. Off he goes. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now McCarthy. And this time, Rush gets home. And down he goes. That is Brian Cook, the safety, there to record the sack. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. Escaping to his left. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to be set up at the 15. A gain there of 27 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11th. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
9-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Taking this one downfield for Hockenson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
That was one of my man, though.
In front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You
see how they let me on and see how you overthrew that.
Play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. First down throw, Mahomes. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. Yellow. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, touchdown, Minnesota.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it. I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick.
They good. Yeah, this nigga every time.
As it's returned for a touchdown.
Every time.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
34. Harrison Butker.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Price now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 56 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got it at the 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They look to run with Jones. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. They'll try and run. It's Jones. And once again, nothing there. Stopped short with no gain. Now, 4th and goal. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
Let's go now. Ready?
This caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Yellow. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. In the middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Here's Mahomes. A ball deep for the end zone. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
No freezing. I ain't gonna give me a shot, boy. I tell you.
Here we go. One final play. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield.
Pushing around, boy. He couldn't.
Well, the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL